Hi Vielar, there are a small drama this week in APAC and I want to talk about this subject. So, in APAC, Group Omega, there are 4 teams that are tied. And here is a capture of the rulebook. If we follow exactly what the rulebook says, then since it's a 4-man tie, we should use the map differential to break the tie. Then, once it's done, we should go back to head-to-head to break the remaining tie. But since it's not specified that we should make only the best team out of the tiebreaker before the worst team, then RRQ should be granted the first seed and Talon should be granted the fourth seed in the exact same moment in the process. And then we should go back to head-to-head with the 2 remaining teams, and since T1 has beat Nongshim, then T1 should be second and Nongshim third. So basically, we should have RRQ first, T1 second, Nongshim third, and Talon fourth. And the problem here is that it's not what Riot did announce. Instead, Talon is second before T1 and Nongshim. And obviously, Nongshim player did ask some questions. And in fact, the problem is, it seems that Riot forget an important point in the rulebook. They forgot to say that the best team is out of the tiebreaker first, and we reset the tiebreaker right after. It's a common rule that is used in a lot of tournaments, but that doesn't appear in this precise rulebook. So, to me, the problem is not Riot doesn't follow their rulebook and changed the rule because they hate Nongshim. No, the problem is the rulebook doesn't follow what Riot wants. And I totally understand it because I was a tournament organizer in the past and sometimes it's hard to make a precise rulebook. And I'm fully sure that in Riot's mind, it was always clear that the best team in the tiebreaker should be out of the tiebreak before anyone else, and the tiebreaker should reset right after. It's just their rulebook that was poorly worded. But on another hand, I totally understand why Nongshim complains, because if we follow precisely what is written on the rulebook, then they are in the winner bracket. And I defy anyone to find a precise part in the rulebook that explains that the first team is out of the tiebreaker before the last team. Some people gonna argue that this rule is so common that it's pointless to put it in the rulebook, but I strongly disagree with it. A rulebook shouldn't void an important rule, and what is written on the rulebook could have been the real rule. So, before I quit, do I think this rule is a good rule? As I always said in the past, I think head-to-head is the worst rule ever, and I could make a full video about this precise subject because I have a lot of arguments to defend this point, but that's not today's subject. I think having head-to-head for only 2 or 3 teams and map differential for 4 or 5 teams that reset in the middle is really hard to word it precisely in the rulebook, and it confuses almost everyone when it comes to make the math. I even saw people say Nongshim will be second if we follow the rulebook because they didn't notice the reset part. To be fair, even if I don't like head-to-head and I would prefer to have map differential for every scenarios, it would have been so much easier to make an head-to-head rule for 4-team tie, because the 2 teams in 2-1 are top 2 and the 2 teams in 1-2 are bottom 2. And to break the tie between the 2 group of 2, we can easily use the head-to-head record. And you know what is funny with that rule? With this rule, the final ranking will be exactly the same and we would avoid dramas. VLR, thanks for listening to me, and I want to hear your opinion about all of this, and bye!